Welcome, Genesis International College students. So let's just dive right into this explainer. Today, we're tackling an absolutely crucial part of your coursework, specifically Topic 2, preparing to apply wall coverings. We're going to break down the exact blueprint for mastering the prep phase for advanced wall coverings. Because honestly, whether you're dealing with a standard domestic room or a massive, complex commercial site, this preparation phase, that's exactly where the battle is won or lost.
This explainer right here is your official, step-by-step summary and review tool. We've designed this specifically to build up your confidence and make sure you're completely ready for those upcoming practical assessments. So, consider this your roadmap to success. It directly supports all the modules and safety standards you've been grinding through in your course.
Okay, I really want you to let this quote sink in for a second. Excellent prep means a successful and long-lasting application. Think of this whole process exactly like building the foundation of a house. If you take away absolutely nothing else from us today, remember this: your craftsmanship as a decorator is literally only ever as good as your preparation. If you skip steps here, I don't care if you have the most beautiful, expensive wall covering in the world, it's going to look terrible and it's going to fail prematurely, for sure.
All right, to get you assessment ready, here's our quick roadmap. 1. Understanding advanced wall coverings. 2. Work health and safety. 3. Planning your installation. 4. Tools of the trade. And 5. Perfect surface preparation. Let's get into it.
Section 1. Understanding advanced wall coverings.
So right off the bat, standard wallpaper and advanced wall coverings, they are not the same thing. The core difference you really got to understand here is that advanced wall coverings are engineered to be significantly stronger and much more durable. And because of that resilience, they are the go-to predominant choice for those really demanding commercial settings where heavy wear and tear is just expected.
When you finally get out there into the field, you weren't just dealing with basic paper. You're going to encounter a massive variety of materials. Like, you might work with historic, embossed, paintable styles like anaglypta, which actually dates all the way back to 1887, crazy, right? Or lincrusta. Or, you might find yourself handling these really delicate natural materials like grass weaves, heavy-duty linen-backed vinyls, or even highly reflective metallic foils in digital photomurals. And the catch is, every single one of these demands a tailored preparation approach.
Section 2. Work, Health, and Safety. Okay, let's talk safety. Standard precautions absolutely always apply in the building and construction industry. That means you must wear your safety boots, your appropriate work clothing, and honestly, whatever mandatory personal protective equipment or PPE that specific building site dictates. High-vis vests and hard hats, those are incredibly common baseline requirements. You gotta remember, construction sites are high-risk environments, right? There are moving parts, heavy lifting, multiple trades working all at once. Your PPE is literally your first line of defense.
The golden rule here: don't be a tool. Installing wall coverings inherently means you're going to be working with liquids. We're talking water, prep products, and wet adhesives, right around power points and light switches. So you must completely eliminate electrical hazards by turning off the power directly at the main board outside the building. Simply flicking off the wall switch, that is not enough. Once the power is totally off at the board, then you can safely loosen those switch plates to tuck your coverings neatly behind them, and even slap some electrical tape over the plug holes to stop any liquids from seeping inside.
Section 3. Planning your installation.
Look, your job starts well before the paste ever actually hits the wall. This pre-job checklist is basically your best friend. You have to rigorously read and understand the work instructions and identify the quality requirements of the specific job. Inspect the work area for any hazards that might have popped up, figure out your exact material quantities so you don't awkwardly run short mid-wall, and most importantly, evaluate exactly what surface preparation the existing substrate is going to require.
Now, a particularly critical part of planning, especially when you're doing renovations on older buildings, is asbestos management. Guys, this is incredibly serious. If you ever even suspect that you're dealing with asbestos-containing materials on an older wall, you must stop work immediately. Do not strip, do not scrape, and absolutely do not sand. The work just halts right there until a professional assessment is completed and safe removal procedures are implemented according to state legislation. No exceptions.
Section 4. Tools of the Trade.
It really helps to systematically group your tools by their function. So, your leveling tools, like your laser levels and plumb bobs, they are absolutely vital because they keep your first drop perfectly straight. And if your first strip is off, the whole wall is off. Then you've got your pasting gear to get your adhesive ready, and of course your scrapers and spatulas, which are just essential for all that heavy groundwork.
Choosing and preparing the right adhesive is a huge deal, mainly because it has to be perfectly compatible with the weight of your wall covering.
Take standard methyl cellulose, for instance. It usually comes as a powder, right? Well, you have to mix it perfectly, exactly to the manufacturer's specifications. The absolute crucial takeaway here is that it must be entirely smooth and free of lumps. If you leave lumps in your paste, I guarantee those lumps are going to dry hard under your wall covering and create these highly visible, amateur-looking bumps all over your finished wall. It's a nightmare.
Section 5. Perfect surface preparation.
Okay, hold on a second. Before you start eagerly scraping away at that wall, pause and remember your site protocols. Make sure your signage and barricades are actually set up. And this isn't just to stop unauthorized access and keep people safe, it's also to stop other trades from bumping into your freshly prepped work while it's drying. Also, always double check that your work area has really good ventilation, especially when you're using sealers or heavy adhesives.
Actual surface prep follows a very strict physical sequence. First things first, you got to completely remove any old coverings and loose debris. Next up, you stop and fill any defects. And I mean, every single nail hole, gap, or crack needs to be addressed. Then, you meticulously sand those filled areas down so the wall is entirely flush. And finally, you verify that the surface is completely clean of dust and just bone dry. Seriously, any moisture left in that wall can totally ruin the adhesion process.
So the very last step before you finally begin hanging your material is to prime, seal, and size the walls. This is vital. Sizing the wall basically locks in all that hard preparation work you just did. It seals the porosity of the substrate so it doesn't just instantly suck all the moisture out of your adhesive. This gives your paste the perfect grip, and it also gives you a bit of slip so you can perfectly align that wall covering.
Well, we've covered a massive amount of ground today. So, as you head into your practical assessments at Genesis International College, ask yourself this. Are you willing to stake your entire professional reputation on what lies beneath your wallpaper? Remember, the beauty of the final finish is entirely dependent on the perfection of your prep. So review your notes, trust your training, and I'll see you in the next explainer.